Welcome guys, and we are on the PBE testing out First Strike on Neeko. We're going to see how it goes. I actually think that this might be the meta rune choice for Neeko next season, especially if you're going Rocket Belt. So if you don't know how First Strike works, if you hit the enemy before they hit you, so you have to make sure it's like bone plating. If they hit you first, you actually just lose the value of the rune. You have to hit the enemy first or else you lose it. So really useful with Neeko's stealth where you can get in combat first and stuff. But if you hit the enemy before they hit you, you get 5 gold and you do 10% more damage for 3 seconds. That 10% damage you do gets converted into gold. So this rune will be really good for leveraging early game gold into more expensive items. So for example, I'm thinking this item with Rocket Belt will be good because Rocket Belt is 400 gold more than Everfrost. I think by the 20 to 25 minutes we'll see in this game, I think by then I'll have made about 400 gold off First Strike, at which point I've actually leveraged a more expensive item off of this rune, so I'm not falling behind the curve, which is the big thing that I hate about Rocket Belt, especially in high elo, is I feel like it's too expensive and I fall off because of it. And I think this might be able to make me able to leverage getting that expensive item early and not fall off. So we'll see. So we're testing out First Strike. I'm going Hex Flash, but if you don't like Hex Flash, you can go Stopwatch. Biscuit Delivery for some extra sustain. I was thinking Futures Market, but I think it might just negate the point of First Strike as I'm going in debt early. Cosmic Insight for some extra flash cooldown. And I just need my Zombie Ward. 30 AP is super good on Neeko. She has high AP ratios and move speed. So that's the runes I'm going with here. A cool thing to note is the gold isn't, you don't have to hit them and then it's after that. Your first hit generates you the 10% extra damage in gold. So if I go in for my empowered auto here, I get it too. This is actually gonna be a really hard lane for me to leverage it. Okay, I got an auto. So I got, right now, we'll see how much I've got. Is it gonna show me the gold? I've got 11 gold so far, right? Plus my support item that I got 22 gold, right? But 11 gold is half of a support item proc, so it's really good actually, right? It doesn't matter if I get hit right now because First Strike is on cooldown. It's going to be really annoying tracking it because of Neeko's bar, to be honest. You aren't going to want to put it into lanes like this where they can hit you first, is the thing. So we're going to see if we can find an all-in here and see how much gold we'll make off that. Oh, never mind. See, this is the problem where I got hit before I could, I got hit by something before I got in combat, and I lost the First Strike. So it's going to be really hard to manage. You're going to have to really think about it. I wouldn't actually run it into a Xayah Yuumi lane because Xayah's feathers can just poke it off you really easily and Yuumi Q. You'd probably run it into melee supports and stuff like that. But we'll see how long until it comes off cooldown. This bar actually needs to get changed. I usually don't carry the electrocute, but it's really important for a rune like this. Okay, so we'll see. Use my stealth to get in combat first. Alright, it's fine. And we went from 11 gold to 34 gold. So what was that? We made 23 gold off of that right there too, right? It might not sound like a lot, but it's a lot of gold, and it scales as the game goes on. The more damage you do, the more gold you get. So in the early game, it might get you an extra pot. I mean, we'll see right here, I got 23 gold off of it, right? And I'm getting a potion. So already, I'm going back to lane up a potion, which is being up 150 HP basically, right? So we can already see that this extra gold is leveraging us into items that could help us snowball the game. So we'll see how it goes. Hello, Xerath. So now I'm just going to roam mid. But yeah, the really hard part is managing not getting hit when you have First Strike up. It'll be interesting to note. We'll have to go look. Maybe Banshees might stop it, right? I wonder if you have Banshees up, if it stops them from proccing this until Banshees is gone or something like that. We'll have to see. An example here why I like Hex Flash, by the way, is I can sit here, and if their mid laner shows up, I can Hex Flash into stealth into root, right? So my ADC's back, so there's no point in me being bought. Okay, I'm going to Hex Flash. Okay, well, we didn't get the kill, but I went from, now I have 53 gold. So again, I just made another 20 gold. Doesn't sound like a lot. It's not a lot, but again, it scales with, in the early game, it'll get you an extra pot or something, an extra control ward, which is really useful if you're going to lane without a control ward and you can get one. And later in the game, when you hit a big fat Neeko ulti, you can easily make like 150, 200 gold. So we'll see in the mid to late game. Early game, it seems like... Okay, I have to be really careful. So again, I have First Strike up. I need to keep my distance from them. I don't want them to poke it off me or else it's a useless rune. So again, I wouldn't actually run it into a lane like this, I don't think. Nice. So I went from 53 to 100. I made 50 gold right there, right? I made 50 gold already right there, right? So you can see that this rune is really going to leverage me extra gold. That'll hopefully get me, right? Again, Rocket Belt is 400 gold more than Everfrost. I'm just dipping. If you die, you die. I could have saved them, but YOLO. I'm outie. So, also, Alternator is a different build path, but we'll look at that later. Boom, I'm perfectly buying pen boots, right? So usually I wouldn't be able to get pen boots here, right? I've leveled 100 gold. Rocket Belt is 400 gold more than Everfrost. So once I made 400 gold on this, I'm actually technically not falling behind to get Rocket Belt, which is a really good idea. So we'll see. Also, a nice thing about Rocket Belt is you can pop Rocket Belt procs first strike. So again, you have to get in combat with the enemy first, but if you pop a Rocket Belt, it can help you get into combat first. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to Hex Flash. So I actually lost my first strike there, but it's okay. Because I wanted to make sure I hit my root. Although you obviously want to be trying to be getting your first strike as much as possible, obviously you don't want to just throw your abilities and miss them because you're greeding for first strike. So there, it was better for me to hold my abilities and make sure I actually hit them than to greed for first strike. Right though, like Morg with Ash W. Yeah, exactly. You aren't gonna be able to pick this into every lane. Again, I wouldn't actually pick this into a Xayah Yuumi lane because they can too easily pop the first strike off of me if they're playing around it. And then like Challenger Elo and stuff, I think it'll be too hard to actually play around this rune against these types of lanes. So I'm gonna use Hex Flash. I missed, but it's okay. I hit my Q, and we'll see here I made 12 gold. So just hitting a Q like that, I made 12 gold, right? It's not bad. Oh, don't worry about me just taking a wave of farm. Don't mind if I do. So first strike is, Riot needs to fix this so I can see it. If they're, like this rune, it's really, like usually with Electrocute, it doesn't bother me that much. But with this rune specifically, it's very, very important.
An enemy has been slain.
I made 34 gold right there. Uh-oh. I'm going to split away from the ADC, I think. It's fine. It's better for me to split from my ADC because I don't want my ADC to die too, right? If I move with my ADC, he kills both of us probably. So, 25 from CS. Exactly. You take the CS and you take first strike and you're making bank. So we've made 150 gold so far, not bad. So like I said, Alternator actually is a different build path. It has 15 less AP, but you're gaining 150 HP. So 15 less AP for 150 HP. So technically it's a worse spike in terms of doing damage, but 150 HP is worth more gold than 15 AP. So gold value, this is a better gold value item with worse snowball, but HP is a really good stat. So I actually think I prefer this version of it. For Magic Prime builds on PvE yet, I haven't played that much on PvE at all, and I play support, and it's like kind of hard to build. Like I'm not going to be building the item you're talking about on Neeko support. Like this item's kind of troll. I need Zhonya's and stuff.
Neeko is her own tribe now.
Okay, I just fully missed. I'm running. Goodbye. But yeah, I haven't tried any of those yet. I made 206 gold, so I've made half the gold I need. Uh-oh. Alrighty. Not bad. So I've made 206 gold. So remember, again, the key number is Everfrost is 400 gold less than Rocket Belt. So once I've made 400 gold off this rune, I've actually leveraged the gold value so that I'm not falling behind. And you could say, well, dog, you could just get this rune with Everfrost, right? And then you could be even more ahead. But the difference is you need to get in combat with the enemy first. Neeko is a low-range champion, and it's hard to get in combat with the enemy first. If you take Everfrost in the mid to late game, I don't think you'll be getting much out of this rune with Everfrost. I really think with this rune, you need Rocket Belt, because you need Rocket Belt so you can pop Rocket Belt, which hits them, and always make sure you're in combat first. So I really think that you're always going to want this with Rocket Belt, personally. I think Everfrost, I'll probably go Predator, Electrocute, Glacial, something like that. I don't know. But yeah. Have you tried any just an era where you'd bring like 25 planet on Xayah runes? The good old days, huh? The good old days. Well, a cool thing with Zyra is you can get Rylai's plus Horizon Focus, and Horizon Focus procs off slows now. So if you get Horizon Focus and Rylai's on Zyra, your plants will proc it, doing 10% more damage and giving you like 6 seconds of vision on the enemy. So like that's pretty cool.
Tails. Are they lonely? Yes.
Whoopsies. So their ADC probably has ulti up again. Unlucky. I'm gonna chill right here. They don't actually see me here. This is a great Hex Flash spot. Let's see how much gold I made. 55 gold. Not bad. You tried Glacial Dead? I did. I don't think Glacial's gonna be great on Neeko, because Neeko wants things that help her snowball, and Glacial's like a defensive rune. I think it'd be like running Guardian on Neeko. Like, you'd only run it if you have a weak ADC versus like a kill lane, and you're just trying not to die or something. Kind of a thing.
An enemy has been slain.
Neeko becomes Neeko. What does she look like?
Okay, the combined cost is actually a bit weird. Oh, well, I just lost my first strike because I missed. Oopsies. Backs and walked out of the bush. She ulties it, then I root out of it. Ooh, calculated. All I want to say about that was it was complete calculations in my brain. I was punching the numbers through. So this game I'm snowballing, and I would have had this on this back anyways, but that's because it's like PvE and I'm snowballing hard. In a more competitive game in high elo, this would be definitely curving me earlier. So after this, we'll obviously do the classic Zhonya's, because Zhonya's is too good. If you didn't know also, Void Staff costs 100 gold more now. It gives 5 less AP and 5 more pen, so it's a bit nerfed but buffed at the same time. Like, it's better later in the game if you need magic resist. It's better because it gives more pen, but it's more expensive and less flat AP, so it's worse early. Okay, wait, I've never got this dragon yet. So this dragon soul makes it so that when you're in it, everyone is camouflaged, and this is the area where anyone can be invisible. Now, I think Neeko might be really good in this dragon because most people can't just walk up, but I can just literally clone, which can check for me, and I can walk. You can see the circle around my clone, right? So I think Neeko is going to be low-key OP on this map. Whenever you get this map with these camouflage zones, I think Neeko is actually going to be one of the best champions in the game, right? Like Shaco clones, Neeko clone, things like that. I think Neeko is actually going to be very, very, very good. So like I said, I can use my Rocket Belt to get me in combat to proc first strike, right? And I used Rocket Belt. I didn't hit anything else, but I can use Rocket Belt to always guarantee that I get first strike. My classic first DC of the stream, as it always happens. One more DC to come. Hello, blessful moon. Ouchie. I first strike is... Oh, it's still on cooldown. I just lost it again. Rip.
Carrying memories, tolerance, feelings is magic.
Just a little bit of poke. So much vision for that bush. That's my goddamn bush. So this camouflage zone doesn't come here, so seems pretty good for warding this side of the map. If I was on the opposite side trying to ward, it'd be hard to ward because you can't ward this area. Right? What? I'm gonna try dropping a ward in there and see. Oh, control wards work? Yeah, control wards work, but I don't think regular wards do anything. I don't think that ward would actually spot someone if they walk through it. Alright, let's go for a bit of an int play. Uh-oh. As I said, it was a bit of an int play. We gotta give the enemy some hope. You might say camouflage zone OP because my ADC just got caught face checking there, but usually there'd be a regular bush here and you would have just been face checking a regular bush, so it actually wouldn't have made much of a difference. I'm always down for imp plays. Y'all always down for imp plays. If you guys didn't know, yesterday I went 2 wins and 12 losses. So there's some imp plays yesterday. So like literally, like yeah, I think Neeko's just gonna be really good for this because you can just send your clone in. There's my second D of the stream.
Angry now.
Okay. So yeah, you're just gonna want to be dropping like a control ward right here, basically. To defend your area, you're probably gonna want to drop a control ward here. You're gonna want to have an ally. This is gonna really require. It's gonna suck for low elo, but you're gonna have to have teammates buying control wards because you're gonna want a control ward there and a control ward there, which will stop the enemy. Or you can put a ward, or you can just place a regular ward right in front of it, right? And then you can have vision and know if anyone entered it. But you can't. They could jump over there and get in too. So I don't know.
How can anybody need
My first strike, like I said, it wouldn't be good into Yuumi lane. Ouchie. Last cone's removed? Don't know.
Neeko is on her 4th day.
So I'm just saying, like, any champion who can hop this wall can, like, literally hop the wall and go straight into camo. And you can't actually ward that very well. You seen Rakan mid lately? That's because Happy Chimes released the video on that. Well, complete fail. Missed absolutely everything.
Killing spree. You have been slain.
How much money have we made off first strike? Honestly, I don't want to be a big negative Nancy on Neeko, but I feel like it's actually going to be a pretty hard rune to use on Neeko. I haven't made that much gold since I've like stopped laning, right? Like it's really hard because you're a low range champion that needs to run into the enemy, and there's always going to be someone who's going to be hitting you first in most scenarios. That's why I'm saying I don't think this rune will be good with like... I don't think this rune will be that good with futures market because I feel like you're just going to be losing all the gold you're making off of it, and I don't know if Neeko will be able to proc it that efficiently later. You know what the Chemtech soul does? This one's soul makes you come back to life if you die and like fight for a few seconds like a Scion. Stealth in those camo zones. Yeah, they would act like normal champions, right? So
An ally has been slain.
just a little over doopsie doo. How much gold do I make there? I made 44 gold off that.
You have
A little doopsie doo.
Those you do not get close. Why did you not listen?
An enemy has been slain. Shut down.
Let's take this tower finally. I don't actually think I have enough damage to. Dude, this dude's just ulting and running at me. What is this? Well, I made 400 gold off of it so far. So remember I said about the 20 to 25 minutes mark will when you'll make the gold. So like at this point in the game, I will have at this point in the game, I've made enough gold so that now I'm actually like, if I went Everfrost without this rune, I would actually be the same spike in terms of gold value, right? And I think because I snowballed this game because of like lower elo, but I do think at most games around the 24-minute mark, 22 to 23-minute mark, I will have made 400 gold off of this and leveraged that extra gold. So that's how I feel like. I could be wrong, but
Your team has destroyed a turret.
People with no tails.
is that calculating opportunities other runes himself? I mean, other runes aren't going to be like, I've done 550 damage. I wouldn't have done that much more damage with any other rune. It's better than Electrocute level 1 in most cases.
What to do now?
So like I said,
Find you,
Rocket Belt seems to be really good with this rune because it can allow me to hit the enemy first before they can hit me. So you can see already how good that control ward is. I also just made more gold. See, I've already made an extra 200 gold. In that short time, I made 200 gold. So this is really a rune that scales to the mid to late game once you start getting items. I'm just going to back. Get my rock Zhonya's. By the way, I wouldn't have Zhonya's on this back if I didn't get this rune. Just saying. Right? I'm getting Zhonya's with 120. I'm getting Zhonya's in a control ward with 50 gold to spare. And I made 500 gold. So if I didn't have first strike, I would not have Zhonya's right now. Straight up. I'd be down an item, which this also gives me my mythic bonus of an extra 5 pen, which can also snowball itself. And yeah. And yeah, I think this rune is better than Electrocute level 1 because it procs off your first... You can just go in and with an empowered auto and you get 10% extra damage on that empowered auto and gold, so... 5-man first strike in a team fight? Well, yes, we'll see if we can get something like that, but that's not the easiest.
Now we are bonded. Thank you.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I am normal. Everything's normal. Nothing is suspicious.
I made 126 gold right there. I made 126 gold off my first strike right there. Holy cow. I really think first Rocket Belt's the play. Like, it just helps you always get in combat first. Because you want to get in combat first, and Rocket Belt makes it really easy for you to, like, always get in combat first. I really think you won't want to combo this with anything else, right? Like, you combo this with Even Shroud, how are you going to hit the enemy first if you can't get in range of them, right? You combo this with Everfrost, how are you going to get in range of the enemy first when you have Everfrost? Like, this, I think, just enables the freaking first strike super hard. They'll debate people easy by Spooky Cone. Yeah, obviously. If I, like, turn into, like, Jinx here, like, if I turn into a Jinx here and just throw a Jinx through the vision, if it runs into anyone in there, they're going to instantly be like, oh my god, it's a Jinx. Like, killer. Blow an ult. Right? If I do this and I go like, okay, let's just send a clone in. And if anyone runs into this clone, they're going to definitely like, okay. She was just backing in the open, I guess. So if you're going to place like regular ward, you'd have to place it like right here. And it's not going to give you vision of the inside, but it's going to give you vision if anyone enters the zone. So warding these is going to be hard, right? Because I can't actually ward in the zone. And putting a ward here, I don't think does anything either. So like if you're going to ward this Drake, like you'd have to ward like this and get wards outside the zone and just know if anyone enters it.
Neeko must stay unseen.
Has been slain.
And then at least I'll know if anyone enters the zone or not. And I can just be lurking. Dude, I love this. She has no idea that I'm right here. Right now she does.
Something different for a change.
I can just be lurking, dude. She has no idea. Dude, so many people are just gonna... You're just gonna always have a... Dude, always assume that there's an assassin just sitting on the edge of these zones. Like, every game, there's gonna be an assassin just sitting here on the edges of these zones. Like, assassins are literally just gonna live here.
Destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
I guess it's warded. I'm out! I'm out! I'm out! No, I'm out! I'm not out! I almost got out. Whatever, we'll try this because we're super ahead. I mean, again, I wouldn't be able to afford this. I mean, I don't want to be a broken record, but I've made freaking 750 gold off this. Just the champs, the camps are outside of the zone. I think if you pulled the camps into it, they would go invisible maybe, though. I wonder how much gold I made off of that ulti there. I hit like 3 people, I think. Wait, she's done 0 damage to electrocute, lol. So you want to say about, like, we can look at other people. Like, she's done with her electrocute, she's done 791 damage, right? She's done 791. I've done 900, I've done 1,000, right? So it's not bad damage. It's comparable to her electrocute. How's Rock Belt's new components feeling? I mean, it's hard to say because I'm not playing against people my skill, but I think it's better, to be honest. I think an extra 150 HP for minus 15 AP is very good. Dude, like, this is so good for Neeko where I can just send my clone through here and then know it's safe to walk in.
He must be
Jesus.
An ally has been slain.
Can our spirits be friends too? Everyone fears Neeko now! Ha ha ha!
Yeah, honestly, I know I keep saying it, but this dragon will really favor Neeko really hard. Like, when you need to enter here, right? And I can just send in a Jink clone, right? Okay, it's safe to walk in. There's no one here. And I can just walk through.
Be cool. No one suspects you are Neeko.
Dude, with Hex Flash too, I can just be lurking, looking for it.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I have the best aim in the spirit realm. Woo! Powerful! Like jungle cat Nidalee! I missed her. No one expects Neeko to not be Neeko and to not
I hit nobody. R.I.P.
Has been slain.
For other Drake, you can send clones through the portals like they can with bar portals. I don't know. I doubt it because you have to click on the other end to like make it move. You can see though my past 2 encounters I got in, I haven't got any gold off my first strike, so it isn't the easiest thing to use like on Neeko. And I keep, and like for like doing my ulti, I'm like rocket belting early trying to get the first strike, but then they can dodge my ult because I'm rocket belting early. So
Your team has
I don't think it'll be good for Neeko for bush camp, counter engaging and stuff. It might be hard to use this offensively. I'll have to do more testing on live. Obviously, the higher elo you go, the harder it'll be to make use of it.
has been slain.
Application over.
But it does feel like it's kind of hard to use on Neeko because she's so low range. But the upside, if you can get value out of it, is like I've made freaking already 782 gold, right? Again, if you make 400 gold out of it, I can argue it's almost already worth. So again, I can like turn into Jinx and just like throw it in. All right, scout for me. No one's in there. Dude, most supports are going to really struggle with this. Like, what would a Nami do? Like, how would a Nami face check that by, like, she has no way to actually get vision.
Neeko strong. Can take on world.
Type to blow your mind. Not afraid to die.
Who stands in Neeko's way? Dummies with small shoulders. That's who.
I'm lurking in here. Does anyone enter my freaking death brush? No one's entering my death brush. They're pushing down mid. Rippo. Wait, how am I rezzing? Oh, we have the freaking soul. That's how I rezzed. Oh my god, I had the freaking soul. I was like, how am I coming back to life right now? I didn't even know we had the soul. I'm not even gonna lie, when I was coming back to life, I was like, does the enemy team have a zillion or something? I mean, do we have a zillion or something? Like, what's going on? Also, I think our Katarina AFK'd. So we might just lose this game because of that, but you know.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Went everywhere. Huge mess. Heck,
Shut down.
Okay. I was trolling before, but now that it's a 4v5, we have to play to win.
Double kill.
Because it's not going to be so simple anymore. So we got to play to win, and I'm going to prove to you guys that you can carry any of your games no matter the elo by winning this. And if we lose, it's going to be on AFK, not my fault. And I can't prove anything.
Stand back. Big strong Neeko coming through.
How does first strike Neeko feel? It feels okay. It's got some bad parts to it, though. It's gonna be really... Dude, this is really OP for... The dragon disparity, depending on your side, just got way worse. Because their side can just sit in blank vision here, and there's no way for you to ward it other than control wards, which they can kill. Okay, we're full build. We made 1,000 gold off it. Yeah, honestly, it felt like I made okay gold in lane. Right after lane ended, in that like 10-minute period, it felt like I was able to collect a lot of gold. At this point in the game, it feels like it's harder. So I think it'll really just be a rune that helps you get that mid spike going. It might not be bad still, but I think it won't be as effective on Neeko as some longer range champions.
Shut down.
Why'd you stop pushing mid? You should have just kept pushing mid, my dude.
Everyone fears Neeko now. Ha ha ha.
Well, we're gonna have to reset because our whole team's dead. If you just kept pushing mid, though, you probably could have got like inhib tower instead of moving. Wonder if Rengar can jump from camo? No, he cannot. I haven't tried, but I would almost 99% say that Rengar doesn't get a free jump from the zone. If anything, this zone might be bad for Rengar because he loses bushes, which is actually really bad for him.
Neeko strong can take on world. Stand back! Big strong Neeko coming through! Neeko is not a step. She's
What do you see up there?
Well, we killed one of them. It's a 4v4 now, except I'm a lot weaker. Okay, I can ward when I come back to life, too. This is only hard because of the fact that we have an AFK. Yeah, I have not made any gold off of this for the past little while. We're a bit afraid of the new season. Don't be afraid. Be afraid of the AFKers. At this point where you're full build, though, this rune is definitely bad. Because it's hard to use well. Electrocute would be much better than this rune, now that I'm full build. But I mean, I wouldn't be full build at this point without the rune. But once I'm like 900 gold past full build, this rune actually like falls off really hard. Did she not have smite? Oh my god. I don't know if we're going to be able to win this game 4v5, to be honest. I really don't.
Killing spree.
people with no tools. Are they lonely? Yes.
Wait. I thought I had freaking... Wait, they got it. Oh my god. I thought we had the freaking Elder. They got it? Oh my god, dude. They got Elder. Dude, why would you ever smite... Like, Jesus, man. Cookies are useless as well right now? No, they aren't. Cookies are really good if you use them properly. Cookies are for aggressive trading, using up your mana so you can just pop them. As well as they increase your mana pool by 150, which is also very useful. Is Dark Harvest on Neeko better than Electrocute? No, it's worse for sure.
Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain.
Playing League? Yeah, I guess it can be hard. What items are you running on Neeko? Right now I have Locket. I have Locket. Zanya's, Rocket Belt, and I have this Shadow Flame. But I'm probably actually going to sell the Shadow Flame because I kind of just built it for memeing, but I don't think it's that good on Neeko support. Because I'm just too squishy. Do you have any tips for Lulu? No. Stick with your ADC, try and peel, don't die. If you die as an enchanter, you're very unuseful, so try and live like you're a carry. Not really Lulu specific though, that's just like enchanter. Okay, they put a ward in here, but I'm pretty sure this ward doesn't even spot me.
Is Neeko far? Is Neeko near? No one
Hex Flash! Thoughts on Arcane thus far? Really, really good show. Really good. That move speed though, that was the Hex Flash, baby. You Hex Flash over the wall, boom, and then you go flying. I still haven't made any gold. Like even there, I didn't proc it. This room might actually not be great on Neeko, to be honest, which is sad. Neeko's too low range. We'll see. If I can leverage it, even if I can't use it mid to late game, if it allows me to leverage an early Rocket Belt, because it's still useful for lane phase, I might still run it, even if it's not as useful in the mid to late game. But like so far, it's seeming really bad. Like for the past like 10 to 15 minutes. This item is Shadow Flame. It's like an AP pen item. Like so far, this rune seems really, really bad in the late game.
This Doglightning guy is f***ing good at Neeko.
An enemy has been slain.
Like even there, I didn't do much with it again. Our team's being silly. They should have just all went top. We could have just ended the game. We have Baron with a 4v1. We could have literally just ended game right here if my whole team went top with me. But they're pushing mid, so it's fine.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
What does Neeko do with power? Make people think.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Okay, well, we won 4v5. I think Master Yi might have gone AFK at some point, so it might have ended 4v4, but yeah, thoughts on First Strike? Really good early in lane. If you're not playing versus a poke lane, it can let you spike into earlier items. It felt okay in the early mid game where I'm looking for like picks and stuff. Once you get to the team fight stage of the game, I think it falls off hard on Neeko. So that's my initial opinions on it, but I'm excited for the rune still. I think it'll be fun. So like, comment, subscribe to the video, check out my stream, and peace out.